I spent over $1,000 at Sephora in 2024. I quit my full-time job last week because of my disability and I can no longer afford to spend that kind of money at Sephora. So I'm challenging myself to do a project pan of these items in 2025. For bronzer, I want to finish up my Jaclyn Hill powder bronzer in vitamin D. I've already got quite a decent amount of pan on there. I just really want to finish this up before I buy another drugstore or possibly high-end powder bronzer. In that same vein, I also really want to finish up my She Statuesque Duo Bronzer from Patrick Ta. I'm not a huge fan of the formula, so I want to finish it up before I buy something else to replace it. Something else I really didn't like, but I really want to get through it, is the e.l.f. Power Grip Setting Spray. It just wasn't for me. The mist is just too fine to where I don't feel it on my face, and I personally really like to feel my setting spray on my face. It's just a personal preference. If you love it, that's great, but for me, it just wasn't it. For blush, I really want to finish up my Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Pinkgasm blush. I've had it for a really long time and it's probably close to expiring, so I want to finish that up. I also really want to finish up its matte counterpart in Pink Pop. This is one of my favorite liquid blushes. It's really close to its end, so I really want to finish that up before I look at another alternative. For a powder highlight, I really want to finish up my Becca Moonstone highlighter. I know they don't really make this anymore from Becca itself. It's only Becca with Smashbox, but I've had it since about 2019 and I think it's time for me to finish it up. I've been using it as my highlight and as my shimmer eyeshadow, so I think I have a really good chance at making at least a dent in that this year. For concealer, I'm working on my Glossier Stretch Concealer in Very Light 3. I use this as my eye primer every single day, so I think I have a really good chance at finishing this up in 2025. For a cream eyeshadow, I really want to finish up this Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize in Champagne. It's a really pretty shade, but I've had it for the past 2 years, so I think it's time that I finish it up because it's probably on its last legs. Last but not least, this lip liner in Butter Pecan by Jaclyn Hill is one of my absolute favorite lip liners, but unfortunately she doesn't make it anymore, and it's probably time that I just finish it up and move on to something else that is still on the market. That's everything that I'm working on panning so far right now. I'm sure I'll have other things as the year progresses, but as of right now, that's what I'm working on. If I switch anything out or finish anything up, I'll let you know.